Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're underway. Flamengo have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Chance for a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Alonso threads one in. David Villa. Deftly away. Foot in. And here's Torres. Tries to pass it through. That has been cut short. Some intricate passing, look. Ah, he's given it away. Shonen Belmare, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Quality ball. Fernando Torres.
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender with wonderful composure and discipline.
Yeah, can't say I'm surprised by your assessment there.
Yeah, one of the great liberos. His intelligence put him on a level.
Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Engages and forces him off the ball. That's an imaginative pass. He has found the way through. Dani Olmo Searching pass he's played there.
Flamengo really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And it's Jordi Alba. Now, can they get him away? And this is Luis Suarez. That's a sharp pass. Distributed tidily. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Jordi Alba. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Jordi Alba. Rijkaard. And here's Suarez. Dani Olmo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Great vision. And it's Olmo. And he's decided to go for it. Flamengo are looking to break at pace. Good ball over the top. All Black claims comfortably. That's the end of the first 45. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
So takes the shot! Jordi Alba makes the interception. Rijkaard. Gerrard. Flamengo ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Baresi. And that has been slung wide. And he's making progress on the ball. He is just caressing the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means... Can he finish?
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
And he's let fly. It's off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Rijkaard, it's a searching pass. Neymar! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! How they've waited, now they have it!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos delivers. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got...
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Substitution in progress.
It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Now it's Stojkovic. Now it's Sané. He's picked his way through.
Pretty robust defending.
Tries to play it through.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
What about this? Alonso! And one more try! It's in! Do not write them off! Back they come! The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Number 11, Fernando Torres. Substitution for Flamengo, number 4, Scholes. Number 23.
So the manager can
Neymar.
make a change for the first
Number
time in the game
20,
here.
Suarez.
It's starting to look very interesting,
Number
this.
10,
Sean and Belmare really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Iniesta.
He's found a way through. Well read,
Batistuta.
and the danger is averted.
11,
And it's been
Ibrahimovic.
hooked away. Alonso. That is a great pick out. That is good alertness.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Couldn't squeeze it through.
There will be 5
Lovely
minutes
pass,
added
but can he
time.
get there? Batistuta looking to receive it in space. And this is... He's had a shot! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Flamengo look like they've won it. And that will be it. Shonen Belmare can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end.
You now that the latest travel information
The
is
end of the
currently being
game.
displayed on
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed One of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
He's found a way through. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Roberto Carlos with the clearance. And it's Çalhanoğlu! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Scott, great defending, strong and determined. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Azar. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a lovely, neat pass. Upamecano did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Kimmich, can he get on the end of this? In by Fernando Torres. And it's been hooked away. Looking for options for movement. He is through here. Tapsoba does really well to win the ball there. Tapsoba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's picked his way, takes a shot! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Shonen Belmare have themselves a chance from the spot. The chance to break through. Brilliant save from Donnarumma! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Space for him to turn and look. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Messi. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And this is Torres.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That is good alertness. That's really well cleared.
There will be 1 minute added time.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And that signals the end of the first period. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And we come to you now with the
reflections on the first half.
Well, I think the story of the first half is dominated by the spot kick miss. It should have broken the deadlock, but here we are, and I think there's still plenty to play for.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Applies the finish! And that was very necessary. Vardiol producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Goes long and straight. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's managed to get rid. Throw in.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Hazard. Coming on to replace him.
Another throw in.
Number 10, Sane.
And here's Çalhanoğlu. Fernando Torres. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Quality ball. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Threads one in. Now it's Mbappe. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Van Dijk clears. Kimmich. He is starved of space and time. Mbappe! He has found the way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Mbappe! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Sean and Belmare have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Dani Olmo. Kimmich picks it up out wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oblak. Deftly away. How they wanted to win. They did everything to win, but time has beaten them. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff.
Transportation today. Please watch the
How would you
screen for
summarise
train
what we've
departure
seen today then,
times from
Jim?
all local
Sean and
major
Belmare
stations.
certainly had some good...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. David Villa, Jimmer, a little gem amongst strikers.
Yeah, and I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants.
It's Neymar! Oh, he's hit the bar! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So, a breakthrough already. Nicely weighted ball. Beckham. Driven in.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
He's given the time to pick a pass. And the pass is intercepted. Knocks it into space. Now it's Neymar. Nice control. Hakimi finding himself in space. There's the header! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
That's terrific aggression, the way he attacked the ball.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Shunan Belmare really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's a sharp little ball here. Ronaldinho, chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are purring, truly purring. Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter...
Takes a shot! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Oh no, what has happened here? Picked out brilliantly. Decent chance! It's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
There's the shot! And that's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Another one! This must be his personal high. This is a gloriously greedy performance.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, and the shot! Oh, good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Otto.
There will be 3 minutes.
Played into the box. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Xavi Alonso. David Villa. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Hazard. He's got away. Delivered low. And they've got rid. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
So, into the second half.
Shun and Belmare really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
Lofted in.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, shooting chance! Darren Fletcher. Oh, good spread. It's run loose here. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Neymar! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Oh, that's well spotted. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Hazard. He is through here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just real chance! And a neat finish!
The goal scorer.
And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Substitution.
Pinches it off him. Shonen Belmare, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos makes the interception.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And he's decided to go for it. Oh, he's been caught now, and he's following up. Well taken goal. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Munich really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. And it's Sané. He's picked his way through. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Kohler really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Beckham with the cross. It's a good look. Oh! And he scores! and reclaimed it in a trice.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Always goal side, and he shoots! And that's a good finish. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really...
Oh, they could be caught out here, and again! It's a goal! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Villa really can't believe his luck.
And that is as far as it goes. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Just a quick
Well,
reminder
Peter,
today,
I really
please
couldn't
refrain-
see...
It is amazing what fate can conjure at times. A combination of results that have ensured a desperate scramble for survival. This will be unmissable stuff. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're underway. Shonen Belmare with just one principal objective. 90 minutes of action against opponents who will not give way. That is lovely. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Iniesta running with intent. Sané, the pressing's intense and it's paid off. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Azar. Now has he got the beating of his marker here? And the pass is intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Goes for the shot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Knocks it into space. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's gone looking for safety. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the shot! We've got a goal! And in an hour of extreme need, he proves again to be the difference maker. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Villa really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
That's the throw. The referee has given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Rashford. That's a nicely shaped ball. And it's Iniesta. Takes a shot! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there.
And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that's really well.
And that signals the end of the first period. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
Please be reminded that
The
drinking
midway
is
point of the
only allowed in
game.
the areas
Well, I
shown
can
on
tell
this
you
map.
it's been
Thank
an
you very
absolutely
much for your
fantastic
cooperation.
watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitutions taking place.
Away we go again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Hazard. Chouameni. Now it's Rashford. Stood up well to him there. Hazard. And here's Torres. Great defending, strong and determined. Good effort from distance. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he thumps it clear. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And it's Hazard. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Sade. And that's a good-looking ball. Chouameni. That's been cut out, well played. Tries to play it through. Tries to pass it through. Referee's given a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Sane. Number 19, Hazard. Number 10,
Torres!
David Villa.
Deftly
Coming on
away.
the field, number 8, Stojkovic. Number
Tapsoba.
13, Neymar.
Shonen Belmare,
Number
disappointing
21,
in the end there.
Filippo
They lack
Inzaghi.
urgency. It's Inzaghi! It's in! And they bounce off the ropes. This is going to be one mighty struggle.
Well, the old saying about a wounded animal and all that being at its most dangerous has definitely held through this time.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
No, he's just misjudged that one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he was quick to react. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Neymar receives it in. Neymar! It's anyone's. It's Inzaghi! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great move.
That's the end. Shonen Belmare have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Filippo Inzaghi voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
I'd like to ask you to join
Shonen
me in
Belmare
wishing our
have
birthday
done. Shonen Belmare are desperate to get a point here. The point that will save them from the unthinkable. Matches do not come much more consequential than this. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Shonen Belmare with just one principal objective: 90 minutes of action against opponents who will not give way. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. It's a good ball out wide. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? He is just caressing the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Space for him to turn and look. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tapsoba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Turns back here, probably the best option. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Tries to play it through. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Sané. And here's Azar. He has found the way through. Brilliantly cut out.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's been slipped through. David Villa gets into a good position. That's a throw. Wirtz. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Torres. It's played through for him, and he's managed to get free. It's Azar! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Juke in the hunt and looking threatening. Tapsoba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Azar, and there's the shot! Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. He's found the way through. Mendes was in no mood for any of that. Kvaratskhelia. That has ended up in no man's land. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
David Villa. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And if you do have a chance today, please
look
take
back
some
on the
time
first
out to give your
45
support
minutes.
to our
Well,
best
at least the
stadium
defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Back on the way then.
Shonan Belmari are probably feeling relatively...
He's in one-on-one, takes a shot! It's there!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
So we have the first goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Quality ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Makaleli, a player who needs no introduction. 60 minutes played. Roberto Carlos. That is good strength. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitutions taking place.
And we have our very first corner. Baresi can get it clear.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Azar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Knocks it into space. Shifted it to the flank. Rashford picks it up out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shot could be on.
Borussia Dortmund surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Hazard. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. David Villa. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Shonen Belmare need a goal, and they need a goal now. That is the bottom line, the only line.
Yeah, and there's enough time to get...
And a chance! And he's gone direct here.
Borussia Dortmund nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of...
Bellingham! And it's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Jude. And that's that. Shonen Belmare are down, and that will hit them hard. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, I have to say, I'm glad I never experienced what those players...
Shonen Belmare are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again. And
Mathias Cunha! And he should have made them pay.
oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Kamavinga. He's got away. That's been cut out, well played. Mathias Cunha. Now it's Messi. Spread to the right. He's found a way through. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's on it, can he get a... He's gone for goal! And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And he cuts out the supply. That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Kane. Kimmich cuts it out. It's a really well-measured ball. Knocks it into space. Oh, nicely intercepted. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Dumfries. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Kane. He's found a way through. It's Kane! Classic Kane brilliance! He's got himself an absolute peach. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Foot in. It'll be a throw-in. Out again for a throw-in. Camavinga. Now it's Kane. Oh, good spread. Azar can see things others simply cannot. And this is Kane. And they're back on the ball again. And this is Messi. Finds himself... Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Oblak to save this spot kick and his team. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Here's the return pass. Over to the right flank. Sané. And we've reached half-time. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. That gets us going once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
David Villa. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's put paid to the danger. Now it's Messi. And this is Kane. He's come in hard. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Kane. Now it's Messi. No foul, says the referee. Nicely spread. And he's managed to get free. He's having a pop! And he's following up! It's in! And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
After 62 minutes is number 19, Eden Hazard.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Dumfries. Can he get onto this? Oh, that's fabulous. And he's being shifted off it.
Shonan Belmare may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward.
Substitution on the field, number 19, Hazard. Coming on to replace him
Shonan
is
Belmare, perhaps
13,
contemplating their next change
Neymar.
here. Now it's Kane. Kane has got himself a free kick.
Substitution on the field, number 10, Sane. Number 14, Xabi Alonso.
Shonan Belmare
Coming on the
have
field.
now... Camavinga! Sensational from Camavinga! A finish of true class! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Trabzonspor go up by 2 and are looking good.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Matheus Cunha. Now it's Messi. Upamecano gets over and intercepts. Now that looks a decent ball. Camavinga. Messi. Really fierce, close defending. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Messi is onto this. Fernando Torres. And now the breakaway.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
David
His minute
Villa!
has been indicated.
Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Played out wide. Now it's Neymar. It's Neymar! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And we're done. Shonan Belmare were a team...